The CMU Juggling Club is a great place on campus to hang out and share tricks. To start our segment off, we followed the group to one of the many state juggling festivals. I'm Travis, and today I'm here with the CMU juggling team at the Midland Salvation Army Center. Just behind me, some of the state's most talented jugglers are showing off what they do best.
To encourage somebody to come to the club, I think it just gets you out a little bit, gets a little exercise, helps with your coordination. It's just a break, like golfing, and you can do it. It's cheaper to do than golfing or anything else. I think it's a good one.
Well, the first thing they usually do is you start out as simple as you possibly can. Start out with one ball, just going back and forth between your hands. And then, once you get that down, which usually most people doesn't take too long, you go to two balls. And you pass those back and forth, throwing them up, back and forth between the two hands. And then, once you feel comfortable with that, you go to three balls. And you juggle those back and forth.
The standard juggling props, usually we get them either at festivals where there's the vendors, they are selling props, or just buying them online from the various online vendors. They're always coming up with new kinds of competitions. Combat juggling, which is one of the great activities we enjoy. Trying to knock the club out of somebody else's hand while they're juggling.
What kind of events are going on today? There's just free juggling where anybody gets up and tries to meet other people and juggle. There's going to be workshops, there's games, kind of like quarter juggling where you start with three quarters, and the one who lasts the longest gets to keep all the money. Numbers competition if you want, sometimes 7 club endurance, 7 ball, 9 ball, whoever's working, so there's a little bit of competition there. Competitive juggling is another sport. They're trying to get it into the Olympics now. It's World Juggling Federation, I think, is another, but they're focusing more on competitive numbers, tricks, and most of that takes place out in Las Vegas, I think.
After the festival, we headed back to campus and met up with the team during one of their weekly practices. We spoke with Lauren Sonoyak, who started the club 4 years ago.
I like juggling because it's a really good stress relief. Whenever I feel frustrated or angry or stressed out, I can just juggle for a little while and I always feel better. It's a good way to think out your problems. Juggling is an individual sport, but we meet in a group because it's a good way to meet other jugglers and have a group environment. And from other jugglers, you can learn new tricks, or if you're having problems with something, they might know how to do it. So it's a good way to get help when you're having trouble. I would say if you're really hesitant about coming out to the club, it's a lot of fun. You can meet a lot of new and interesting people. You can learn a new skill that is always useful for any sort of project or party thing, or it's always fun and it's a good way to try something new. I think anyone can juggle as long as you put your mind to it. I remember when I learned how to juggle, it took me a long time and a lot of practice, but if you just keep trying and keep practicing, you'll definitely get it. A good way to get started out with juggling is just a basic 3-ball juggle. Go online even if you don't know any jugglers and look it up. There's lots of good websites. And just find a diagram and start trying and try new things. YouTube's a great place to learn how to juggle because there are a lot of videos and good examples that can help you. I think there is some danger when it comes to juggling, only because when you're new at it, especially with clubs, you can kind of throw one up and hit yourself on the head, but it never hurts really bad. When looking at the aspect of, say, fire juggling, if you do it maturely and with the right safety equipment, it's definitely safe. The club meets every Friday at 3:30 in Finch, or if the weather's good, in the area around Finch outside.
For Getting Active at Central, I'm Travis.